Are you thinking about buying a home in Northern Virginia and you're trying to decide between buying a new construction home or a resale home? Well, guess what? You're in the right spot because in this week's video, I'm gonna break it all down for you and share with you the pros and cons of buying new construction versus resale homes. Then we're gonna look at some of the determining factors that'll help you decide which option is best for you. So sit back, relax, because we're getting started right now. Boom! Hey everybody, it's David, your favorite realtor, and welcome back to another video. Now it's time for the ultimate showdown between new construction and resale homes. So I've personally bought both a resale property and a new construction, and both definitely have their pros and cons, but both homes fit my needs at that particular time. So my ultimate goal with this video is to help you decide what is the best option for you and your family. And there is no right or wrong answers. Sometimes new construction makes more sense, and sometimes resale properties make more sense. Just depends on your specific situation. Let's get it started right now with the pros of new construction with no bidding wars. So in our current 2024 Northern Virginia housing market, this has hands down been one of the biggest pros of new construction is not having to deal with bidding wars. And the reason why I say it's one of the biggest pros is because our current housing resale market has been one of the most challenging markets I have ever seen for buyers. There's just way more demand than available supply. This year, I've had clients go up against 11 offers, 15 offers, 19 offers, and 25 offers. You know how hard it is to beat 25 offers? And even if you beat 25 offers, are you really the winner? Because you can be drastically overpaying for that house. But this is not the case with new construction. It is first come, first serve. So basically the first buyer to sign a contract and leave a deposit with the builder secures that home. So in new construction, you don't have to worry about suffering from losing 4 or 5 multiple offer scenarios. And more importantly, not having to bid $100,000 above asking price just to secure that resale home. So if you're looking to avoid the dreaded bidding war, then new construction may be exactly what you're looking for. Now the next pro with new construction is gonna be less repairs and maintenance. So since everything in the home is new, you can expect way less maintenance issues the first few years. Like you won't have to worry about replacing the roof, the HVAC, the appliances, or the windows right away. Now there is no such thing as a perfect home, and even new construction homes will have some minor issues. But chances of major issues happening in the first few years are extremely low. And let's say something catastrophic did happen, like it's a faulty roof. Well, guess what? The home is most likely still gonna be under warranty and the builder will repair or replace that for free. In fact, in my personal new construction home, about 6 months after I took delivery, my refrigerator died, but the builder replaced it just like that because everything was still under warranty. So if you don't want to deal with any major repairs or remodeling initially, then new construction may be the way to go for you. Now the next pro is, and this is actually one of the most significant pros of new construction, is the ability to customize it during the building process. So you get to pick out your structural options, your flooring, your cabinets, countertops, lighting, appliances, and so much more. And this is by far the most exciting part about the whole process because you get to really make the home your own. Now I do want to say this, not everybody gets to pick out their options with new construction, especially since a lot of builders are now starting to pick all the options to really help streamline the building process. But if you're lucky enough to have the opportunity to pick all your options, this is hands down one of the biggest pros of new construction. And this is my personal favorite part about my new construction experience. Now, as much as I love making YouTube videos about living right here in Northern Virginia, what I love even more is helping folks just like you relocate to the area. So if you're even thinking about moving to Northern Virginia, reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Just know I get your back when you're moving to Northern Virginia. Now let's look at resale homes. And the first pro of buying a resale home in Northern Virginia is gonna be they're way less expensive compared to new construction homes. So new construction homes, they're not gonna be a little bit more expensive. They're gonna be substantially more expensive than resale homes and by a lot. Now, some aspects with new construction will actually be less than resale homes, like less repairs and maintenance to worry about initially, and a lot of times builders will offer to pay some or even all of your closing costs. So initially, it could definitely be potentially way less cash out of pocket, but it's gonna be a complete different story when it comes to the sales price. Let's look at the numbers. So the median sales price of a resale home in Northern Virginia comes out to $740,000. Now let's compare that to the median sales price of new construction homes. That number comes out to $936,000. So new construction homes on average are gonna be 26% more expensive than resale homes. So you're absolutely gonna have to pay a premium for new construction homes, and that makes sense. Anytime you buy something new, whether it's cars, jewelry, watches, or homes, you're always gonna pay top dollar for brand new. So if you're looking to stretch your dollar and get the most value possible, then you definitely wanna consider buying a resale home. Now, the next pro of resale homes is more available housing options. So when you're shopping for resale homes, you're gonna have way more options at your disposal when it comes to the type of homes, location, and price points. Which makes sense because 85% of all the available homes for sale in our region are gonna be resale homes. Let's go over an example. Let's say you want to move to Reston and you want a new construction single family home community. Well, guess what? Unfortunately, that does not exist, but you'll have many options when it comes to resale. Or another scenario, let's say you're looking for a new construction townhome under $500,000. Well, guess what? That does not exist as well, but you can find many resale townhomes under $500,000 all throughout the region. So if you are dead set on buying a new construction home, then your options will be limited, especially when it comes to the location. So this is a huge advantage that resale homes have over new construction homes, is having way more available options. Now let's look at the cons of new construction. And the first con is new construction homes are way more expensive compared to resale homes. So earlier, we already talked about the price differences between new construction homes and resale homes. So I'm not gonna go into it again, but I'll tell you this is hands down the biggest con of new construction homes is you pay a huge premium compared to resale homes. Now the next con with new construction is gonna be the advertised pricing. And by far the most confusing part about new construction homes is the advertised pricing. Let's say you're on Zillow or even the builder's website and you see a beautiful single family home that looks like it's out of a magazine listed for only $930,000. And you're thinking to yourself, I'm gonna jump in my car right now with a check in my hand and secure this home. Well, unfortunately, that $950,000 is not the real price. And in fact, those pictures you see online is not of the actual house. It's actually pictures of the model home. So that advertised price of $950,000, that is the base price. You still have to add lot premiums, which I've seen as high as $100,000, structural options, and design studio options. And in my experience, most buyers who are buying a new construction townhome, they always usually go anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 above base price. And then with single family homes, I usually see them spend anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000 above base price. And in fact, my personal new construction townhome, I paid $85,000 above the base price. So that advertised new construction home that we were looking at earlier for $950,000, that could easily, realistically be a $1.2 million home. Now, sometimes you will see the actual price advertised online, especially if the builder already picked out all the options and the home is near completion or already completed. Now, the next con with new construction homes is little room for negotiations. Now, there will be exceptions to this rule, but 95% of the time, the price you see is the price you pay. And it just comes down to supply and demand. There's a huge demand right now for new construction homes. Numerous times this year, I've gone with a client to look at a model home, and I've seen 10 other groups there. Also, some communities, you have to go on a wait list just for the opportunity to sit down with the sales rep. As I mentioned, there's definitely gonna be some exceptions to this rule, but most of the time, the price is the price. But at least you don't have to deal with bidding wars and having to bid $100,000 above asking price. Now let's look at the cons of resale homes, and the first con is gonna be older homes. So with an older home, you have a much higher chance for immediate repairs, replacements, or renovations, and these can add up very quickly. So let's say, for example, you bought a home that's built in 1985, and in the first 2 years of home ownership, you have to replace the roof and remodel the whole kitchen. That could easily be $50,000 to $100,000 out of pocket, and that is real money. So with older homes, you always have to be prepared for something major to happen, which is a huge disadvantage to resale homes. Now, the next con of buying a resale home in Northern Virginia is gonna be bidding wars. Now, we touched on this a little bit earlier, but this is hands down probably the biggest con of buying a resale home. When you're shopping for a resale home, there is nothing worse than losing out on 5 multiple offer scenarios. It is extremely frustrating. And routinely, I see homes here sell for $100,000, $200,000, even $460,000 above asking price. This is the most challenging aspects when it comes to buying a resale home, is the bidding wars. In fact, when I bought my new construction home, it was actually the peak of the bidding wars back in 2021, and I'm so glad and grateful I didn't have to deal with that madness of bidding wars. So this is a huge advantage that new construction has over resale, is no bidding wars. Now, which one is right for you? New construction or resale homes? So there's gonna be three main factors to consider when you're trying to decide between buying a new construction home versus a resale home, and that's gonna be timing, location, and budget. Let's look into each one. Let's start off with timing. So when you need to move in by, if it's within 60 to 90 days, then new construction may not be the best option for you, because I've seen new construction homes take as long as 1 year to be built. However, if you don't need a home right now and you have some flexibility, then new construction may be a great option for you. Now let's look at budget. If you're looking to maximize how far your dollar will go and get the most value possible, then resale, without question, is your best option. Now, if your budget's at a higher price point and you do not mind paying a premium, then new construction may be exactly what you're looking for. Now let's look at location. And I believe location is probably the biggest determining factor when trying to decide between new construction or resale. So let's say you're relocating here from Texas, for example, and you watched a ton of my videos, and because of my videos, you only want to move to Ashburn. And on top of that, you want a new construction single family home in Ashburn. Well, currently there's no new construction single family homes for sale in Ashburn. So if you're dead set on a certain location, that will limit your options, and new construction may not be one of those options. So in this scenario, you would have to go resale. So a first world problem is trying to decide between buying a new construction home or a resale home. And if you're in that scenario, guess what? You're in a great place in life. But just go through your specific situation when it comes to timing, budget, and location, because this will really help determine what's the best option for you. But the number one thing is to find out what's most important to you and your family. And if you want to learn more about living right here in Northern Virginia, check out these videos right here. They make great ways to continue your research. And I'll see you on the next video.